media, both on tour with these legends right now together. So we're walking in our purpose together.
And that is crazy, and I love that. I'm only kidding, by the way. I've got boy best friends as well, but it's just the way you guys bounce off each other. Sometimes I'm like, did they got chemistry? But out of those sketches that you've done, and I know you've done many with Desi in particular, my favorite one is the one where you're in the car and you're upset and he's like, babe, what's wrong? You're like, I want some dick. I just want some dick. But that one is my favorite one. But what is your favorite sketch that you've done, like, throughout it all?
Damn, I have so many. That's probably one of the ones that's like really, really funny. It's super relatable. You know, it happens. I've been too long. I got attitude. So many. But I love working with Desi, and I love his character he has now with Pale and his hood character, and he's constantly growing.
I love it. I love it. And we love the skits. Keep them coming. Never not do them, no matter how much you go up and do your multiple things. Because that is one thing that I've noticed about you is you don't just stay in one pot. Like right now in your life, as someone who supports you, as a fan of you, I see you're just doing so many things. Like you've launched your beauty line, you've launched Bsimone Fitness, you've got your clothing line that you're doing, you're on tour, as you said, with Martin Lawerence drops Mike. Like that is a big deal, sis. Like, come on, round of applause. Fire emoji in the comments for that one. How did that even happen? Like that's crazy.
You know what? I tell people like, how do you do marketing or how do you promote? Or be yourself. Everything that I promote, everything that I sell, everything that I talk about is a part of my life. So when I'm preaching or motivating, I'm also motivating myself. It might be something I'm going through or I've seen. When I'm doing Bsimone Fit and I'm about to come out with my protein and my diets and my waistbands and my fitness apparel and all of that dropping in January, so stay tuned. It's a part of my lifestyle. I'm not just like, hey, do this, drink this protein shake. No, I'm using this stuff. So anything that I'm marketing or selling or whatever it is, it's a part of my life. So it's literally just telling the people about my truth. And I think that's the easiest way for you to find your purpose. Who are you? Who are you? Walk in that, find that. And the people, they're not buying Bsimone Beauty, which is on my lips right now. This is our #1 seller, Diamond.
Ooh.
Very creamy, not sticky. Just selling Bsimone Beauty and been super success with that because it's the best lip gloss ever made on the planet. No, people are, you have a connection with people and they're buying into me. It's not like the old days where you don't show people who you are and you're very mysterious and it's like, who are they? Where are they going? No, like people want to know who you are. And I think a very good job of being honest with the consumer, being vulnerable, being open. People saw me sleeping on the floor. I made $15 a day. I broke, sleeping on the floor. And they also saw me when I became a millionaire. So I showed the ups, I showed the downs.
No, because you can't just drop that sort of thing there like that. Even that in itself, and they call you the marketing queen. Like that is your tagline. And I think it's because you know people. That's what it seems like. Would you say that you have built your brand off of you just being real? Because people might not know every single side to you, and that's okay. But would you say that is the biggest kind of elevation to your brand and how you've got to where you are?
Yeah, and people, 100% myself, 100% vulnerable, 100% open, and people are like, well, don't show too much of yourself, or people don't need every piece of you. I've showed a lot. I'm not really a private person, honestly. I'm not. I like sharing my life. I like, when I'm crying or whatever, I don't care, post that. Like somebody might feel that. Like when I was in my depressed state, I'm still pulling out of a depression. Like I became a millionaire and I had the hardest, darkest year of my life. So, I think the human experience is so relatable. And when people have the opportunity to share their experience and their testimony, they should, because so many people out there are going through it.
I love that. Thank you. That's so important to say, because I think a lot of people think they have to put on this persona all the time. And really, you can be successful and be yourself through and throughout. And I think you're a testament to that. So again, big up you, girl. Now, the Martin Lawerence thing, that's a big deal, okay? We all grew up watching him. Big Mama days, Bad Boys days. How did that come about?
You know what? We have the same agent, and I was on tour, and I got the opportunity to go on tour with him, and he saw my work, and he saw my stand-up set, and it's so crazy because I'm the only female, I'm the only millennial, so I'm on tour and on stage with all of these legends. When I say legends, Tommy Davidson, Martin Lawrence, Bruce, and D. Ray David, all these people that have been doing it for 20, 15, 30 years, and I'm like 3 years in, and I'm like, damn, like I got it. Like this is purpose. It doesn't matter if I haven't been doing it 30 years. This is how I'm starting. This is the beginning of my journey. You know, I will eventually get there. So I hadn't seen Martin since before COVID. And our last, excuse me, tour date was Friday. It was in Memphis, and I saw him the first time in like over a year. He was announcing me to come on the stage. That was my first time seeing him.
Yeah.
So it's little 10 minutes or whatever, and said, up next we have this girl. I love her, blah, blah, Bsimone, whatever. I hugged him. I said, hey, Martin. And I walked and I did my show, and as I'm coming off, he's like, you're amazing. You killed it. I was like, I love you. And, you know, we hugged. He came off stage. He was like, I love the way you command a crowd. And I just respect him so much because it's not like, hey, what's up? He talks to me. He gives me advice. He encourages me. He motivates me. And he watches my set. When I'm on stage, he's back there at the big screen watching me and giving me, you know, constructive criticism after. And I just love Martin. I love him so much.
B, please describe to me what that feeling was like for you when you walked off that stage after shutting down your set. Like, how did you feel?
I felt great because, you know, I get nervous. I get very nervous before my shows. You never know what's going to happen. You could be a legend. You could be Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart, whoever, and you could have a bad comedy night. I mean, it doesn't make you a bad comic. It could be the energy in the room. It could be the city you're in. It could be, you know, you're in your head, whatever. But you never know. So, I mean, I've never bombed, and I never will.
Touch wood.
Never know. So it's very nerve-wracking, but when you kill it, there is nothing like that. It's just a high. It's a high. You get off that stage, and you're just like, and then you want to do it again, and then you get nervous, do it again, you know, and you kill it. But it's confirmation that I'm walking in my purpose, and I'm made for it.
Have you ever had any hecklers from any of your performances?
Yeah, but see, I'm not like DC or Just Hilarious. They'll roast your ass. Like, they will go in and they will kill the roast. I can roast. So if somebody heckles me, I'll be like, shut the fuck up. Like, you know, I would go back and forth or whatever, but I don't really roast. Like, most of my comedy, I talk about myself. I don't talk about other people.
I love that. That probably makes you different from a lot of other comedians in that sense. You talked about, obviously, these legends, and you're right, you're the only millennial, so it must be hard sometimes, correct me if I'm wrong, to find common ground certain times because they come from a different generation. But you're clearly a vibe because I remember watching a clip when you met Will Smith.
Oof.
Crazy, right? That well, I'm saying right, and it's you, but I was like watching and I'm like, that's crazy because I remember you, I think you put out something about him being one of your idols, your comedy, someone that you looked up to. So what was it like meeting him, and what's he like in person?
I literally posted it. I'm probably gonna post it again today because I'm manifesting Denzel Washington next. I work with him. So I'm probably going to post that again on my story. That's a little clip how I manifested Jamie Foxx. I mean, I met him in the club, and he walked up to me. He's like, Bsimone, don't act like you know how you know me. Like, stop. You know, Will Smith, man, I literally manifested that. It took 2 weeks to manifest working with Will Smith. 2 weeks. I was like, yo, that's why y'all don't rush manifestation. You can manifest something in 1 day. You can manifest something in 1 year, but it'll happen. So it took me 2 weeks to manifest Will Smith, and I was interviewing him for his 51st birthday, and I hosted it in front of thousands of people, reading a teleprompter in Hungary, in Budapest.
Oh,
and
wow.
When I sat down with him to interview him, it was like a joyful, grateful, I can't believe this energy that came about. And I was about to cry, like looking at him. Like, I was like, I'm about to cry. I'm about to get, I'm very emotional anyway. And I was like, you cannot do this right now. Like, you have to interview him. I got the interview. It was phenomenal. He said how he loved me, and he watched my Instagram and stuff. And then after that, I went in the bathroom and cried. But it was great. It was great. Like these legends are embracing us. It's a really good feeling.
I love that. So I have to ask about you and your relationship with Pretty V, because I feel like you two are such a powerhouse together. How have you guys known each other for a while? How did you guys meet? Because you two together are just it's crazy.
Her so much. She's my real friends in the industry. You know, you have your industry friends, your going out friends, your associates, your influencer friends. That's totally fine. Everybody ain't got to be at the family reunion. Everybody ain't got to be all up in your house sleeping over. You know, you can have friends in different categories, but Pretty V has turned into best friends. You know, she's an amazing person. We talk about a lot of stuff. We cry together. We pray together. Um, she's just so talented. I don't even think she understands the gift God has given her. You know, she always talks about getting in your head and over. She does that a lot, and I'm like, girl, you're the fucking shit. Like, you got this. You know, so she is literally been a blessing in my life. Such a blessing in my life.
Will we be seeing more of you two together?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ah,